Should be. I see millions of people driving to Midas.
We're back with the GM Goodwrench AC Delco 200 from Cayuga Speedway, and the cars are just getting restarted after another incident that brought out the red flag, stopping this Cascar event.
And the reason for the red flag was a hard crash on the back straightaway by John Gaunt. Here's our Mopar replay. Gaunt's car into the barrier there. And then the medical personnel were right on the scene, putting on that protective collar brace just for precautionary reasons.
Well, John's helmet eventually absorbed a lot of the energy of that crash, but John appears to be okay. And here we are back to green.
And there's the green flag from Matt Lake, side by side into turn one, and it's number 7, Sean Dupuis, who will grab the lead. Dan Shurtleff in car number 3 jumps up into the second place position as we look at our STP update. Mix, Randy Slack, number 30, having a great drive. Jim Lapsovich up into 5th. And there's Duke Sawchuk as he finally has made his pit stop. He has dropped back into the 9th place position. Robin Buck back to 16th. Ron Van Avery, after that incident, running 17th, managed to stay on the lead lap. Jesse Kennedy running a lap down, as are several of the other drivers. Marshall Morbiluk, one of the Cascar Western drivers here at Cayuga Speedway, running a lap down as well. We look at some of the other close battles. Here is number 74, Duke Sawchuk, trying to climb back up through the field after making his pit stop. He's running with number 16, Al Turner, and the number 17 there of DJ Kennington. So there's some great racing all the way through the field. There's Jack Monahan in the 03. He was one of our leaders here today at Cayuga Speedway. There's the Pete Vanderweest Interstate Batteries crew as they battle side by side. There's Sawchuk, number 74, and the 16 car of Al Turner. They are having a war back there. Up front, number 7, Sean Dupuis, still your race leader. Dan Shurtleff, number 3, almost into the back of Dupuis, and then 02. Kerry Mix is also right there as the 3 drivers come back to the stripe. Here's Shurtleff taking a look down on the inside, and Dupuis really gets it loose, but will pinch off Shurtleff. Here comes Kerry Mix up on the high side, and it's almost 3 cars wide as they come off of that corner. Number 3, Dan Shurtleff, down at the bottom of the racetrack, will take the lead. Sean Dupuis in car number 7, battling back, and here comes Kerry Mix. This is some of the best racing we've seen here so far today. I know it was number 7, Dupuis, into the back of Shurtleff, and he got him loose. So these drivers are just hammering on each other, Craig Hill.
Well, the Goodwrench team is sure enjoying the action right now, Pat. And you know, Cayuga is a place that always produces good, exciting racing like this.
This has been a superb battle for the lead, and now the 2 lead cars, crew chiefs Tim Ellis and Jim Rogelo, discussing what's happening out there on the racetrack, as now we've got a yellow caution flag out here. And there's the reason for it. 25, Jim Lapsovich involved, along with Sean McGlynn, 08, and 43. Robin Buck is also into it. We saw just a little bit of a fire there, and this will bring out yet another caution here at Cayuga Speedway. There's 43, Robin Buck, into the pits. Extensive damage to the front of that car.
And it looks like Dan Shurtleff has cut down a tire, probably from all the debris on the track. With that, we'll be back with more from Cayuga right after this.
Hello? Hello? Are you in there?
Oh, you ever wonder how some mechanics can quote you a package price on brakes without even seeing your car? Well, at Midas, the technicians aren't psychic. They always do a free written inspection first. And the price they quote is the price you pay. It's guaranteed. Just like the word. Midas, the way it should be. I see millions of people driving to Midas.
There's one name these drivers turn to for the quality parts that give their vehicles the edge they need to perform and win. The same name you should turn to for the only parts guaranteed to perform in your Chrysler vehicle. Authentic Mopar parts, available from your Chrysler Canada dealer. Get real. Get Mopar.
Keep your car in great shape, STP shape. An STP fuel injector cleaner helps keep it that way. It's easy. Just add it to your car's gas and drive your fuel injectors clean. Clean into
STP shape
with STP fuel injector cleaner. It's easy to keep your car looking great with STP Son of a Gun Protectant.
Shine, protect, keep your car looking great. Son of a gun helps keep your car in STP shape.
son of a gun.
We're back with more Cascar racing action for the Castrol Cup from Cayuga, and we're under yellow again because of an incident between Bill Daniels and Paul Mathers. But before we get to that, we want to show you the pass for the lead that happened during our commercial break.
Kerry Mix in the 0-2 battling side by side with number 7, Sean Dupuy. Mix would move around that Monte Carlo to grab the lead in his Ford. Now, here is the reason for our most recent caution period. Paul Mathers fighting the wheel on that Ford as he gets tapped by number 21, Bill Daniels.
Well, then Mathers wants to discuss it, but Daniels obviously would rather talk long distance and preferably by phone, Pat.
Well, green flag back out, but nice to see that cooler heads prevail in that incident between Mathers and number 21, Bill Daniels. Kerry Mix in the 0-2 Ford Thunderbird continues to run out in front. Sean Dupuy in car number 7 running second in 74. Duke Sawchuk is third. Right now it is pretty much a 3-car race. The 4th place driver 0-3. Jack Monahan about 10 or 12 car lengths further back. And Craig, I'm surprised that Dupuy's been able to run as strongly as he has without the help of the hood. That car's not as aerodynamic as the Ford of Mix and the Pontiac of Duke Sawchuk.
Well, you're absolutely right, Pat. You know, the car shouldn't be running as good as what it is. Obviously, he's got a very, very strong engine underneath what used to be the place where the hood was.
0-2, Kerry Mix, your race leader, number 7, Sean Dupuy, who won our national and Eastern Cascar championships a year ago. As we look at some of the other great racing just in back of the front-running Ford, there you see 0-3, Speedy Jack Monahan in the Dodge Avenger. He runs fourth. Look at this battle for 5th between number 30, Randy Slack, and number 93, Alex Nagy. Nagy down on the inside looking for that 5th place position, and he will get it as Randy Slack in the Pontiac Grand Prix runs back in the 6th place position.
And there are the standings in quite a mix of cars up front, Pat, with the Ford leading, followed by Dupuy in a Chev, Sawchuk in a Pontiac, Monahan in a Dodge, and having a good race in 9th is Ted McIntyre. He's one of the drivers up for the Rookie of the Year, along with number 72, Ron Van Every.
0-2, Kerry Mix opening up some ground here on Sean Dupuy, who now comes under pressure from 74 Duke Sawchuk in that Power Max Pontiac, and also moving up here as well as 0-3, Jack Monahan in the Dodge Avenger. We look at another battle a little bit further back, number 16, Al Turner all over Ted McIntyre, and Turner gets loose. DJ Kennington trying to squeeze through on the inside, but Turner was quick to pinch him off as they came off of the turn. Some great racing all the way through the top 10. Here is number 7, Sean Dupuy in that Monte Carlo as they come up on the number 3 car of Dan Shurtleff, about to put him another lap down. So it's been a bit of a tough ride here in the latter stages of this one for Dan Shurtleff.
Well, Dan is now just out there for points towards the Eastern and National Championship, where the 1997 V10 Dodge Ram Dually is part of the winner's package.
And a pretty good payout here today as well. The winner will walk away with the lion's share of a prize and contingency package totaling some $50,000. And of course, when you add up the Eastern, Western, and the National Championships, there's about $1 million in prize and contingency up for grabs. There's the white flag out for Kerry Mix in that 0-2 Ford. I don't think anybody's going to catch him here this afternoon. And boy, I tell you, they may be thinking that Kerry should have been building his engines right from the start of the season, because he has had a rocket ship here today at Cayuga. Here's Kerry Mix in that Ford Quality Care Commercial Lease Thunderbird off the final turn. The checkered flag at the stripe, and Kerry Mix will win it as his crew celebrates along pit road.
There are the results, with Kerry Mix picking up his first win of the year, Sean Dupuy getting to the podium, and for Duke Sawchuk, that's his 2nd race in a row, finishing in 3rd. Another good effort by Neil Fair in the Midas entry. He started this one in 26, and here's Pat.
Kerry Mix, tremendous drive. You guys have been working hard all season, and boy, it all seemed to come together for you here today at Cayuga.
Yeah, this Quality Care Commercial Lease car is something else today. You know, we've had a hard season, but it's come together.
Kerry, congratulations on a great drive and a big win.
Thank you very much.
Now, does this change your luck, hopefully, for the rest of the season? You're going to be able to get back to the top of the championship?
Well, we're sitting really close right now. Like, we're not going to give up and die, that's for sure. We've showed that in the past, and we're not going to stop. and I've got all the faith in my crew right now, and my family's behind me, and we're just going to keep plugging away, and hopefully we can come out on top.
And there are the updated Eastern standings, and Dan Shurtleff is ahead of Nagy by 25 points with 3 races left. Here's Todd with Duke Sawchuck.
Well, today we'll take a 3rd place. We got tangled up a little bit early in the race, and that kind of hurt us just a little bit. But we'll take this 3rd place and be happy with it. We had to really work coming up through the field and that, and you know, we had a strong car, but Kerry was real strong today, and we couldn't quite catch Sean. I think we might have another 20 or 30 laps. Sean was really hanging on there for the end.
So a great drive for Kerry Mix. He becomes the 6th different winner in our 8 Cascar Eastern Super Series events. Craig, that's competitive.
Well, it's a long road back from Kerry. He's had a hard season. And, of course, a good drive by Sean Dupuy and good old Iron Duke in there for 3rd, Pat. Great race all the way down the line.
Not a good day for Dan Shurtleff as our points battle in both the Eastern and the National Championships will now tighten up as we head to our next event coming to you from Peterborough Speedway. For Craig Hill and Todd Lewis and our entire crew, this is Pat Gonzalez saying so long from Cayuga Speedway.
The GM Goodwrench AC Delco 200 has been brought to you in part by Castrol, manufacturers of GTX. Mopar Performance Parts, your first choice in Chrysler 5-star service. STP, get your car into STP shape. GM Goodwrench Service Plus and AC Delco. This event is sanctioned by Cascar, Canadian Association for Stock Car Auto Racing. Clothing supplied by Chaco Motorsports Apparel. This has been a JRA production in association with TSN, the Sports Network. This is TSN.
You can't die. This can't be happening. Breathe. Breathe.
She okay?
I'm going back to get Bella.
I'm sorry.
Hockner calling emergency services. Come in, please. Ranger Base, Hockner calling. Ranger Base, come in, please. McCready, it's Hockner. Are you there? The goddamn radio's down. I'm sorry, Patrick.
I'll leave Bella here. It'll be better for her. Claire's still out cold. She needs more than first aid. I gotta get some help. What about your neighbor, McCready? Oh, he's 40 miles north of here. That's hard to get to. I'll go south to the ranger station. How far is that? About 100. Be quicker and safer. I'll go.
I'm sorry, but you wouldn't make it. I'll be back before you know it. Claire. Claire, I love you. Please don't do anything stupid on me until I get back.